The Milky Way, our home, holds the most mysterious worlds humanity has yet to explore. A world of flammable ice, planets hotter than stars, and clouds made of metal. The world is in constant flux, born from the ashes of what has ended, and hundreds of billions of planets across the Milky Way are still waiting for us to explore. The journey to explore these worlds will show us just how profound and magnificent nature's imagination can be, and pave the way for the pioneers of tomorrow. One day, mankind will plant its flag upon lands we cannot yet even imagine. As our journey to explore new worlds begins, the first destination will be a strange planet located 40 trillion kilometers from Earth. But the long journey to the center of our universe is also punctuated by strange and unique sights. Beyond the distant orbit of Neptune, we enter a desolate realm, the abode of countless icy celestial debris encircling our solar system. Kuiper Belt. This vast, frozen disk of material contains hundreds of millions of icy fragments, which are remnants left over from the formation of our solar system. In this place, amidst endless stretches of rock and ice, exists a peculiar creature named Haumea. A dwarf planet shaped like a spinning egg. Carrying 2 moons on an icy ring, this strange, planet-sized world is the fastest spinning object in the solar system. On its surface, there is a mysterious red streak, likely a scratch from a recent impact. And Haumea was not alone. A small family with a strange worldview is hiding away in this place. Dwarf planets like Mekmek and Gong Gong are distinct celestial bodies, which are red in color and enveloped by a thin methane atmosphere. The Kuiper Belt may contain up to 200 dwarf planets and thousands of other celestial bodies drifting through the vastness of space. One day, these miniature worlds may become waystations for astronauts on their journeys between the stars. A final outpost still bound to our Sun. And finally, when we venture beyond the solar system, the nearest planetary system will await us. The closest star system to us is Alpha Centauri. It is a triple star system located approximately 4.37 light-years from Earth. The 2 brightest stars in the system, Alpha Centauri A and B, form a tight binary pair, while the third star, Proxima Centauri, is a much smaller and fainter red dwarf and is the closest individual star to the Sun. Proxima Centauri is also known to host an Earth-sized planet within its habitable zone, making it a prime target in the search for extraterrestrial life. In this triple star system, a small red dwarf named Proxima Centauri orbits the pair of stars Alpha Centauri A and B, which are 2 stars similar to our own Sun. As we approached Proxima, the smallest star in the trio of celestial bodies, we were greeted by 2 giant stars encircled by rings of dust. But the most remarkable feature of this system is what truly stands out. Allow us to introduce Proxima Centauri B, the closest exoplanet to our solar system. With a mass nearly equivalent to Earth and a density suggesting a rocky composition, this sibling of Earth orbits right within its star's habitable zone, making the existence of liquid water on its surface a possibility. Given its close proximity and similarities to Earth, it is highly likely that this will become humanity's first outpost around another star. Under a clear night sky, you can look up and see Proxima Centauri along with its 2 sister stars. And then, our own Sun makes its appearance in the galaxy, a fleeting glimpse of home from the vast depths. However, there are still countless mysteries about this cosmic neighbor that we have yet to fully uncover. And its star is so volatile that bursts of brightness from the star could render the planet uninhabitable. The only way to know for sure is to go there yourself. Even the most recently proposed missions would take at least another 20 years to reach this system. Using a nano sprayhead operated by a lighting chamber. If humanity sets foot on the planet Proxima Centauri B, it will be the greatest event in human history witnessed on another world. The moment humanity became a unified supercommunity. As we reach further out into the universe, we leave behind the familiar and step into a world beyond all common human understanding. Blitz 436b, a planet entirely different from Earth, as you can imagine. Orbiting its parent star very closely, its surface reaches extremely high temperatures of up to 438 degrees Celsius. On such a hot planet, there must be vast oceans of magma. But this tiny world, no larger than a stalk of seagrass, was an entirely different universe. A world ablaze. Its immense gravitational force compresses the water vapor in the atmosphere into a special form of ice, known as trapped ice. The pressure here is so intense that solids can withstand scorching temperatures without vaporizing. But the atmosphere is an entirely different matter. It is blasted into space by the star's immense heat. And as the light from the blade pushed the escaping gas, it left behind a tail 14 million kilometers long, resembling that of a comet. Most planets in the universe are not suitable for human life. But 39 light-years away, a small red dwarf star is home to a planet with the potential to be an oasis of life. This is the TRAPPIST-1 system, a planetary system consisting of 7 rocky planets with orbits that lie very close to each other, all orbiting their parent star. These Earth-sized planets orbit so close to one another that their entire system could easily fit within the orbit of Mercury. The 2 inner planets of the system are believed to have Venus-like characteristics, scorching hot and shrouded in thick layers of clouds. Additionally, the exoplanet TRAPPIST-1H is believed to have frigid temperatures comparable to those in Antarctica. But 4 of the planets are located in the middle region, around the star's habitable zone, making this system a potential candidate for life. TRAPPIST-1e is one of the most promising potentially habitable planets humanity has ever discovered. And each such world is far less real than Earth, yet gives rise to potential life forms up to 3 billion years earlier. However, this system has one drawback. Each planet is thought to be tidally locked, causing one hemisphere to be permanently fixed facing their sun. And the other side is permanently exposed to the cold vacuum of space. Under such scorching heat, life can hardly endure. However, under the right conditions, one of these worlds could host vast oceans on its permanently dark side, where the heat from the host star is just sufficient to maintain liquid water. An Ibanete, also known as an eyeball Earth, resembles a shimmering aquatic eye staring intently into the void of space. We can possess a habitable piece of land, situated on the border between darkness and light. The line of destruction, where the temperature is moderate. Between the scorching Earth and the eternal winter, this place is a true paradise for life. Dwarf planets are currently the primary observation targets of the James Webb Space Telescope. It will observe our atmosphere to search for signs of life. If our descendants can reach this star system, they will look up at the sky and see sibling planets adorning the universe. Each planet clings to the warmth of their dim red star, like campers gathered around a fire. Further out, 64 light-years away from us, the planet HD 189733b appears as a seemingly very peaceful world. A world where billowing white clouds drift lazily above lush, vibrant green forests. But as I drew closer, this gas giant was not at all friendly in appearance. The winds here are known to be the fastest in the universe, with speeds 25 times greater than those of the strongest hurricanes ever recorded on Earth. And those dazzling blue streaks you see from space are actually fragments of glass made from superfine silica particles. And they are being swept across the world at 7 times the speed of sound. If that wasn't enough to take you down, the extreme heat would certainly finish the job. The atmosphere here is so hot it could liquefy solid gold, and this immense heat is causing it to evaporate at a rate of up to 590 million kilograms per second. In this dizzying world, even the sky wants to run away. When we travel on the dark cosmic highways, from within the darkness, 400 light-years away, a truly brilliant spectacle suddenly appeared. Rings. Due to its colossal size, if it were to replace Saturn. At first glance, this young planet seems remarkably familiar. But compared to Saturn, this vast world is the true abode of the carp. At a fleeting glance, this young planet seems so familiar. But compared to Saturn, it is this vast world itself that is the true cradle of wonders. Its ring system is 200 times larger, spanning nearly 120 million kilometers, approximately the distance from Earth to the Sun. If Saturn's rings were so immense, they will be easily visible at night and appear much larger than the Moon. Researchers hypothesized that there might be a gap within these rings, a moon larger than Mars. A place where the scenery will feel like something straight out of a hallucinatory adventure. Over time, the surrounding rings will gradually condense, forming a group of moons. It could be up to hundreds of them. But now, they present a strange spectacle, unlike anything we have ever witnessed before. Our solar system is a testament to this, as it does not exhibit the same level of diversity and splendor as other planetary systems. According to some estimates, nearly half of all star systems are similar to our solar system. It contains more than one star. The implication is that there are billions of worlds where the romantic spectacle of a twin sunset exists. There are planets that orbit not just 2 or 3, but even up to 4 stars. The land where your body becomes the seed of life, sprouting into towering trees with vast, sheltering canopies. And you can admire both the sunset and the sunrise in the same moment. This is a realistic depiction of a triple star system within the Orion Nebula. The image reveals vast, rotating rings of gas and dust encircling the trio of newly formed stars. And within the swirling chaos of cosmic debris, evidence was found of a hidden planet, one that was carving a void in the cloud of gas and dust. The first known planet to orbit 3 stars simultaneously. And then, there are worlds that are more like stars than planets. WASP 121b is a gas giant that is tidally locked to its host star, causing temperatures on its dayside hemisphere to reach up to 3,000 degrees Celsius. Hotter than the surface of many stars. Under extreme temperatures, heavy metals from deep within the planet's interior were thrust into the atmosphere. As the strong winds swept these metal fragments into the colder air of the night, an incredible phenomenon occurred. Iron, magnesium, and other heavy elements condensed, forming metallic clouds. Giant metallic dust storms could rage across the hemispheres, unleashing a rain of rare, liquid metal resembling mercury. And this is not the only oily planet out there in the universe. Located 21 light-years from Earth, the super-heavy rocky planet HD 219134b could be the final piece needed to unravel the universe's mystery. Under the harsh atmosphere, the high concentrations of aluminum and calcium create immense pressure, potentially forming enormous deposits of rubies and jade. And scientists also believe that there could even be planets here made entirely of pure diamond. With equal parts carbon and oxygen, WAT 12b is very likely to contain a diamond core. But even so, you still wouldn't be able to see it from outer space. It is shrouded by clouds of methane and carbon monosulfide, which block up to 94% of light, making it even darker than a lump of coal. And because it is so close to its host star, the gravitational pull has stretched the planet into an egg shape. But this diamond space egg was doomed to a fate of destruction. The star's incredibly powerful gravitational pull is dragging it toward a catastrophic demise, leaving it with a mere 3 million years left to exist. However, for some worlds, death is not the final period. When giant stars end their life cycle and explode into supernovae, these explosions possess enough destructive power to obliterate any planets within their vicinity. But sometimes, the fading of one world is precisely the genesis of a new one. After that explosion, some special stars collapsed into extremely fast-spinning stellar cores, called punsa, and gathered a large amount of debris from the blast. But the remaining portion on the surface can dry out and become concentrated. In the end, a new world was formed. It was a ghost planet, constructed from the ashes of the departed. Such a world is incredibly rare. But located 2,300 light-years away, this ancient, billion-year-old star is home to not one, but 3 potential replacements for Earth. Most recently, Drog, a tiny rocky world even smaller than Mercury, likely had its entire atmosphere blasted away by intense X-rays. Then, we will move on to the first 2 exoplanets ever discovered by humanity. A pair of super-Earths has been named Pontages and Phobodol. Each planet in this duo has 3 times the mass of our own. Immerse yourself in the shimmering light of extinguished stars. From those planets looking back, the view must be utterly alien. Charged particles from the pulsar would rain down onto the planet's surface, potentially lighting up the night sky with brilliant auroral displays. Deadly X-ray radiation floods the space, where no living star remains to leave its cradle. Such worlds seem incapable of harboring life. However, on planets with extremely thick atmospheres, these X-rays can be converted into heat, helping to maintain liquid water on the surface and potentially even creating conditions conducive to the development of life. On a planet of shifting illusions, orbiting a dying, exploding star. When we reach the farthest point of the journey, over 2,000 light-years from Earth, we have only scratched the surface of the magnificent wonders awaiting out there. 700 million trillion other worlds still lie ahead. Planets bathed in the light from the galaxy's explosive core, worlds orbiting the edges of supermassive black holes. Giant ocean planets possess vast oceans that reach depths of thousands of kilometers. Setting foot on those distant lands is a dream that only a ship can help us realize. If one day they set foot on a foreign land, feeling the warmth of another sun, they will remember us, the first generation who reached those worlds. Researching their origins and nature, then dreaming of a day when it might be possible to summon a few of them.